Hi. Hello, 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 everyone. So glad you're here to just love our life again in the practice of yoga, to reset our body and our mind and calm down and come back into being who we are. Let's begin today lying on our backs. We'll begin our breathing on our backs. So glad you're here. Some of you have been away and you're back. Yay. So get comfy on your back. Have your strap within reach. But we'll begin just hugging the knees in. A little hug in and a little side to side rock. Feeling the ground beneath you. Holding on to the knees now and just circle them together so that we are connecting the sacrum with the mat in a rolling action. And let's reverse that, circling. So lovely to come back onto the mat. A simple connecting of breath and movement. Lovely. And then let your feet come to the edges of your mat so they're a little wider apart and the knees are still bent. And then see where you'd like to place your arms. Wide out from the shoulders, whether the elbows are bent into cactus shape or just open palmed. Lean the knees in together. Close your eyes. Shifting from the outer to your inner being. And just noticing what's here. Showing up as you are, exactly as you are, letting that be okay. And to even take this moment, which is something we very rarely do in our forward propulsion in the day. Just to take a check-in moment, which is so precious. Link with your breath. And let the breath begin to deepen. And have a sense that you're breathing into your deep, low belly, which moves upwards as you breathe in. And then relaxes back downwards as you breathe out. And how on the next inhale we can make that journey longer, feeling how the tummy expands. And that sense of expansion moving into the ribs. As you keep breathing in all the way to the top. And then breathe out from the top. Feel the ribs relax. And then as you empty your lungs, your tummy relaxes back. Let's do a few more of these, just a lovely way to arrive. The rising tide of your breath that fills to the top and then empties from the top all the way back down. One more time, please. Nice. Separate your knees so your feet are still at the edges of the mat. Beginning again with a breath. And then as the exhale occurs, let your knees tip left and your head to the right, rolling your face to the right. And then inhale your knees and your head to center. exhaling them over the opposite direction. Sweet, slow, breath-propelled back to center. And so in a way, there's no pause here as well. We're just flowing one breath into the next, moving along with the breath. Coming now to our last one. And let's let the knees relax here. So mine are to the right, perhaps yours are too. Bring your left knee to match up with your right knee. So now your feet are matched up. You've left the edge of the mat, so to speak. Now draw your knees a little higher towards your right arm. Look left. And take a couple of breaths here. This is the slowing down and dropping in part of our practice. The next time that you find yourself breathing in, stretch your left arm further out on the mat. And then as you exhale, raise your left arm into the air and roll onto your right shoulder to match your left arm with your right. Inhaling, the only thing that moves now is your left arm to open out again. And then exhale your left arm across and over towards your right to match up. You'll roll onto that right shoulder. One more time. Inhaling, open to the left and your chest opens. And exhale, bring your left arm to match your right. Lovely. Inhale the arm open and bring your knees up and hug them in again and hold your knees with both hands close to you. Push the knees away and then exhale, draw in again. And one more time, pushing the knees away. Exhale, draw in. And let your feet again come to the edges of the mat a little ways apart, and the spreading arms, be they cactus or straight. Catch the next exhalation to drop your knees again to the right and the head to the left. Inhale the knees to center and then roll them to the left as your head looks right. Let's stay here. Bring your right knee to match your left knee. Draw both knees up higher towards your left arm. Be here a few breaths. Feel the right side stretch and relax. Breathe into the right ribs particularly. And now, as you breathe in again, stretch the right arm out on the floor. Exhale, raise the arm and bring it all the way across to match your left arm. Inhale, bring the arm back to the open place. Follow with your gaze. And exhale, bring the arm across. One to go. Inhale, we open the right arm and we bring the knees back up and draw them in towards the chest again. Place a hand on each knee, snuggle your sacrum spaciously, and then push the arms straight, pushing your knees away, breathing in. And exhale, pull the thighs, the knees towards your chest. Let's do this twice more. Lovely, everyone. Let your feet now come to the ground and reach for that strap, which is over there. Know what your strap is? And place the strap now around your left foot. Left leg into the strap, right leg straight out on the mat. Going now into the hamstrings. Perhaps your left leg doesn't want to straighten yet. Perhaps it never does. Don't worry, just accept your left leg as it is. We don't push. We're showing up as we are and loving our body just as it is. Be grateful for your leg, your knee. Brought us a long way, many years. Here and now, the sensation. Here and now, the breath. Keep a hold of your strap around the left foot and the leg in the air as straight as you can. Your extended right leg that's on the floor, firm it up. And now we're going to raise the right leg. Inhale, raise the right leg up as high as it will go. Maybe it matches your left. And then exhale, lower the right leg down again. Twice more. Raise the right leg. Lower it down. One more time. Raise the right leg. And lower down. Leaving now the right leg firmed up on the mat and placing your strap in your left hand. Both strap into the left hand. Bring your right arm next to your ear and guide your left leg out to the left. Invigorate both legs and your arm, and the whole body is enlivened now. And we stay in this shape for 3 deep intentional breaths. Adding the intentional exhale where we deeply contract the lower belly. So it's going to feel a little asymmetrical with this shape. Relax the belly for in. Contract the belly for out breath. And one more time. Nice. Next breath in, bring your left leg up and hand strap to your right leg. Oh, your right hand, and relax your right leg. Guide it across. Roll onto your right hip and leave your left arm at ease on the mat. And so now we're in a spinal twist with the left leg crossing towards the right. Breathe into all the places. Work the exhalation as we've been doing. It's going to feel different. Pelvic floor, lower belly muscles contract with the exhalation. One more time. Nice, everyone. Bring your left leg up. Bring it all the way up till your left lower back is on the mat. Bend the left knee and bring your knee down to your underarm, holding either your strap or your foot with the both hands. We're now in that upside down lunge shape. That's deep into the left hip. And so for some of us, this is nearly impossible. You'll just keep using your strap. And despair not. Our bodies are so different. Be in the place that you can be and add a little bit of gratitude. Why not? Good. All right. So while we're holding the left foot here, bend your right knee so the foot is flat. Now we're taking the left ankle to lie across your right thigh in the thread the needle position, which can be right here with the foot on the floor or foot off the floor, left hand through the gap. Terrific stretch for lower back and left hip. Be here now. Two more breaths. And release. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. Shift and lift and shift your sacrum so it lands right at the midline. Strap in your hands to lasso your right foot straight up into the air, as straight as it's willing. Have compassion. And if all is well, the left leg slides straight out on the mat. And put a little charge in that left leg. Spacious upper chest for breath. So in other words, your shoulders aren't lifting off the floor here. Keep them down. Good. So we're set up now to bring some mobility into the left leg. Breathing in, raise your left leg upwards, long and straight, to rise as high as it will go, maybe to match your left. And then the exhale lowers that left leg down real slow. Repeating this. And we've got one to go. Now when the left leg lands, keep it firmed up. Placing both strap into your right hand, leaving your left arm free to be overhead next to your ear. Just take a moment to imagine that you're standing on this left leg and your left arm is into the air. And now we're guiding the right leg out to the right using the strap, your right elbow. And then stay to breathe in this big opening shape. Lots to feel, lots to say hello. I feel you. And your breaths are deep and full, and we are applying the extra inward contraction of the exhale. One more breath. Now inhaling, bring your right leg up, give the strap to the left hand, relaxing your left leg, roll on over to your left hip, and your right arm and shoulder stay behind, and we hang out here. as we find the place where we can be, settle as it were, add the intentional contracting exhalations. Good. Are you ready? Strong core. Bring your right leg up, all the way up. Roll onto your back, your right buttock. And now bend your right knee towards your underarm, holding the strap or your foot, whichever is available, to keep your left leg firmed up as well, slightly rolled inwards. Still working the exhalation. Nice bend. Now your left knee so the foot comes to flat. And lie your right ankle into thread the needle. On this side, put the strap to the side as we now either stay here or thread the right hand through the gap and bring it all in. So nice to stretch into the hips, the lower back. What I love about slowing down like this and breathing and feeling is that we can really come in touch with what we're feeling. Sometimes we're just exhausted and we override it because our brain has such a long to-do list. And to actually feel what's here is in itself a very healing practice. The truth of this moment for ourselves. Nice. Let go the gripping of your hands. Let your left foot land. Let your right foot settle next to it. Lift and lower your sacrum to find the midline. And then we have one more with the strap this time. Both feet into the strap. Both legs into the air, beginning with your legs fairly close together. Now, if your hamstrings are a little tight, your legs don't want to straighten, that's perfectly fine. Being where you can. So can you feel how the lower back's quite settled into the mat? And that's what we're looking for here, to stretch the hamstrings with the lower back safe. So that little bend in the knees is just fine. Those of you feeling a little bit more flexible, as you exhale, perhaps draw your both legs in closer to your body, a smidgen. Repeating it on the next exhalation. One more breath. Lovely. Good. Let the strap slip through the hands to widen the legs. Straddle legs in the air, and taking time now to lengthen your neck and to drop your shoulders down. Two more breaths here. Now draw the legs back in. Bend the knees to remove the strap again. And to hug both knees close to your body. Catch the inhale and curl up your head and chest, nose to knees on exhale. Lie the head back down and place your palms on the mat right near your hips. So your feet are suspended, hanging near your buttocks. Shoulders pressed down. You might even bring your shoulder blades a little closer in to puff up the chest. Inhale now, both legs towards straight. Exhale, bend the knees. Repeat that. Inhale, both legs towards straight. Even flex the feet and bend the knees. Let's do it twice more. Good. And so either keep doing that or go deeper into the core as you bend your knees. Inhale your feet closer to the floor and then up. Exhale, bend the knees. And repeating that. If that hurts your back, stay with the first sequence, just bending and straightening. And we've got two more. Working the lower belly muscles. Squeeze them in as we bend the knees. And one more. Lovely. Now the feet come to the mat. Feel them land. Lift and lower to find your midpoint for the sacrum, little tuck of the tail. And now bring your left thigh over your right to close the gap. Squeezing your thighs together. Bring your hands to cup your head. And then take that foot off the floor. Keep squeezing your thighs close together and your knees close to your chest. Inhale your wrapped legs away from your body. And then as we exhale the knees in, curl your chest up, elbows towards the knees, tiny tuck. Inhale, head down, legs away, and curl up. Exhale. And staying with this, the exhalation is very deliberate. It's an inward squeeze as though you're squeezing everything into the midline of the body. We've two to go. Nice. Let your head rest. Unravel your legs. Let them land a moment. Lift to lower the sacrum. Tuck the tail. And now it's your right thigh wrapping over your left. Squeeze the thighs. Maybe your foot will wrap round one more time. And we go again. Inhale the legs away. Exhale, curl up. 4 to go. Doing great. Coming up to our last one. And we let the head lie down. Undo the legs. Let the feet come to the mat. One more time. Just lift your sacrum. Tuck the tail. Good. And so now let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide, arms alongside, a little ways away from the body. Can you roll your palms upwards? Very relaxing, low belly inhale. And then while exhaling, just roll your right ear towards the mat. So your head's just going to roll while exhaling. Oh, so relaxing. Inhaling your head back to center. And exhaling, your head rolls to the left. Let your right shoulder relax. Back to center. And bring your knees back up together. Positioning your feet flat. Lift and tuck your tail. And make sure now, as we go into the bridge sequence, that you have no pillow under your head. Feet pressed down. Inhale, lift your hips off the floor and your arms stretch overhead. Exhale, sink with your breath. Hips come down, arms come down, and everything lands at the same time. Rise again. And lower down. Notice if you are pressing your feet equally down. We talk about the four corners of the feet, so lift and spread the toes, they come down. And keep that pressure of the ball of your feet and your heels equally. As we take 2 more of these, lifting and lowering, strengthening into the quads, the buttocks, the tummy. 1 to go. Very stabilizing shape that has a quality of flow with the breath. Nice. Pause a moment to relax exactly as you are. Nice. All right. Press the feet down. Inhale. Raise your hips. Arms overhead. Widen your arms out a little bit. Stay here with your raised hips and wide arms. Exhale. Stay for inhale. Expanding belly, inhale, and then staying in the pose, begin to work the exhalation, lower belly, drawing in pelvic floor, drawing inwards, upwards. We've got 2 more breaths like this. Deep belly inhale. Slowly exhale. Last one. And so we're building endurance of this stability and particular way of breathing. We have 1 more breath in. Leaving your arms, lower your spine while exhaling. Slowly down, tuck the tail and land. Oh, lovely landing. Release cobbler's pose. Now your elbows bend, and so that you are in cactus arms and cobbler's legs. Deeply letting go and tuning into the reverberations that flow through the body after that sequence. Lots to feel. Nice, everyone. Let's bring the knees back up. I can invite you now to roll onto your right side in girl talk position. It's also known as reclining Buddha. We can give it any name we like. We're just lying on your side and just having a little wardrobe. There we are. We got the battery plugged in again. And here we are now lying on your right side. Your bottom knee is bent. Your top leg is straight and the toes are pointing down. So you're slightly pigeon-toed top leg. Please raise your top leg leg up and lower it down. Can you feel how that impacts into your hip? We've got 3 to go. It's an inhale up and an exhale down. And 2 to go. That's it. Keep your toe pointing down so that we're inwardly rotating that leg. In a moment, we'll get to go with it outwardly rotating. But this is a different muscle at work. Terrific. Was that the last one? Oh, one more. Terrific. Now bend your top knee. It matches the bottom knee. And if you want to rub that hip because it was a little intense, that's also therapeutic. Okay, now the top knee is bent. It taps the ground in front on inhale and the foot taps the ground behind on exhale. Create a little arc now with that leg touching in front, tapping behind. And that's 2. We've got a few more. Inhale, tap the front. That's it. This is awesome for hips behind, tapping in front and behind. Last one coming up. Nice. Now, the top leg. Take it high into the air. You can rotate it outwards. You can even hold the leg wherever you can reach. And so now, earlier we were inwardly rotated, so now outwardly rotated and catch the leg wherever you can. Good. It was so fun when my daughter lived at home. We'd do yoga together and we'd do this while watching our favorite TV show. Stretching, showing off, I think. I think there was a bit of showing off. No need, just enjoy the shape. Lovely, good. And now lower the leg. Stretch the bottom leg straight, so both legs are straight. And here we come to balance. So if you've got your head in your hand, then lie down on your arm without tipping forward or back. Bring your up arm and stretch it right next to your head. It's as though we were standing very straight, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So the core has to work so we don't fall over. You feel that? All right, lovely. Bring your hand to support you in front, bend your knees, and let's flip to the other side. So probably you can just change your orientation on your mat so you're still facing the screen. I'm going to do the same. Girl talk on your other hip. Head in your hand. Bottom knee supports you from tipping. The top leg is straight. Remember, the toe points down. Lift the heel and lower. So you're not going to go terribly high with this angle. Terrific. We've got one more. Nice. Bend the knee and rest it on your bottom knee. Give your hip a little therapeutic rub. And now, second part of this. The top knee taps the ground in front. And while exhaling, it taps the ground behind. So there's beautiful articulation now in your hip socket as we Do a couple more of these. Nice, everyone. Coming to our last one. Go ahead now and straighten your top leg. And this is where we get to lift the leg. Lift the leg. It can turn outwards and it'll go higher if you turn it outwards. Grab where you can. Terrific. Lower the leg. Straighten both legs. Lower your head onto your straightened arm. And we're going to balance now on that bottom hip, up arm, overhead, and stretch your body long as though you were standing. So flex your feet. Nice. And release. Bend your knees. And let's slowly make our way to hands and knees with your blocks at the front of the mat. If you like, place a blankie under your knees so that you are padded. Let's see if I can get this back in. I got it. There we are. A little padding. So try not to have too thick a blanket. Blocks available. All right, we're on all fours, been on our back a while. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back and really work the core. Draw the pelvic floor, lower belly in, lower your head. Release for the inhale. And the rounding under, exhale. Feel the inward muscles work. Continue on. So we are applying what the yogis call the mula bandha, the root lock. It brings a lot of energy to the pelvic area. That's squeezing and releasing. Good for so many things. Coming to our last one. Nice. All right. Place your hands on the low blocks. Knees fairly close together. Arms are straight. Raise your right knee up behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, draw the knee forward to your nose, round your back. Twice more. And so we're doing the same movement with the spine, but just one side of it. One more. Good. Can you bring your right foot forward between the blocks? In fact, bring it past the blocks if you can. Make the blocks one step higher. And see if that right leg will straighten a little bit more. And lift your chest. And breathe into the deep hamstring stretch. Front leg towards straight. 2 more breaths. You can feel the current of the prana flowing. Terrific. Draw the foot back. Lower the blocks. The knees are close together. Left leg this time. Lift the knee up. Inhale, raise your chest. Exhale, round your back as you bring your knee to your nose. Two to go. Lovely mobility, agility, all that we need to keep going. Nice, and then the left foot forward between the blocks. Pass the blocks if you can, as we aim to straighten the leg, adjust the blocks a little higher, might be helpful. And we straighten that left leg as much as we can. We tune in to the places we can feel. And one more deep breath. Nice, and draw the foot, the knee back. This time, widen your knees to the edge of the mat. Bring your feet in. Lower the blocks. And then with a hand on the low blocks, widen the blocks out and sit back as far as your knees allow towards your seat. Extended child's pose now with wider arms, like a V shape. Your chest moving towards the mat, towards the ground. Breathe into this shape. Lovely, everyone. Coming out of it, pull your blocks in, walk your knees in. Some of you might enjoy just staying on the low blocks, or without the blocks, straighten your right leg straight out behind you, parallel to the mat. Send the left arm forward and hold the balance here. Lovely, lower the hand and the knee. Take second side. Left leg straight behind, level hips, right arm forward. Good, and lower back down. All right. So, from here, place the blocks to the side, palms on the mat, curl the toes, and let's take a downward dog here. Just a couple of breaths in the downward dog. Lift and lower your heels, deepen that hamstring stretch. Nice. Then we're going to walk across the blanket to the front of the mat. Position your feet parallel. Knees don't have to be straight. Hands to shins or knees, elbows back. Flat back, breath in. Fold deep, breath out. This time come all the way up. Arms wide and overhead. Prayer pose at the heart. Good, all right. Inhale, wide and up. Exhale, forward bend. Flat back, holding your knees or shins. Good. Now bring your hands to the blocks and step your left foot back. Bring the knee down. Hopefully it will land on your blankie. Left knee lands. You can stay with your hands on your blocks or inhale, raise your arms up. Circle them around. Exhale, hands back to the block, curl your back toe, and step forward. Agility, terrific, step forward. Flat back, breath in. Exhale, hands to the block, step your right foot back, bring the knee down. And inhale, raise the arms up, torso up. Circle them back and down to the block. Breath in, step forward, breath out. Flat back, breath in. Fold deep back to the blocks. Again, the left foot back, knee lowers. Raise the torso and the arms in a big sweeping, circling breath. Back to the blocks we go to step forward. Flat back breath in. Fold deep breath out. Bend the knees and step your right foot back. Bring the knee down. Yeah, this is a little quickening. Getting our mobility. And circle back to the blocks and step forward. Terrific. Good. Flat back. Fold deep. And rise up all the way to tall. Arms sweep overhead. Prayer pose at the heart. Good job, everyone. Let's move that blanket out of the way. Leaving the mat clear. We still have our blocks. In fact, let's put the blocks on high now. A little bit in front of us. And here we are in prayer pose. Inhale, raise your arms and your heels. Exhale, lower the heels, bend your knees and come into chair pose. Inhale, straighten the body and raise your heels, balance. Exhale, lower the heels, bend your knees, chair pose. As we did, inhale, stretch up. This time, as we bend the knees again, out mouth, bend your elbows. As we did, inhale, straighten up. Raise the heels. Exhale, lower the heels, out mouth. One to go for good measure. Lift up. And lower, chair pose. All right. Keep the heels on the ground as we straighten up. Your right hand holds your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, come up, switch the hold. So now your left hand holds your right wrist. Side bend to your left. Inhale up the midline, separate your hands. It's going to be a forward fold. Exhale. Hands to shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to blocks, high blocks. We take a moment now to walk the feet back far enough if you have a long torso. So this is hips over ankles, not downward dog. Draw your thighs and your hips back. Be easily able to reach your blocks. Your feet are close together. Slide your left leg back so it's parallel to the mat. What happens is the right hip comes forward. Can you draw your right hip sit bone back? Lift out of your shoulders. And this may be enough for you. Or you might reach your right arm forward. And stabilize, standing on that one leg. Breathing deep. Remember that standing knee does not have to be straight or locked. Exhale, hand to block and left foot next to right. Distribute the weight again on both feet. Ease your hips. Can you feel how the right hip feels different now? Okay, second side. Right leg slides out. Not too high, it's not an arabesque. Heart forward as the left hip sit bone draws back. Stay here to breathe. Or keep breathing while we reach the left arm forward. Steady balance. Beautiful, everyone. Bring the hand back, bring the foot back. Feet close together, still holding the blocks. Draw your seat back and bend your knees. As though we were going to sit down, just a deep knee bend. Lovely, straightening the legs again. And then walk forward, so a little bend in the knees. Walk forward so that you can push away from the blocks and come to upright and take your arms overhead. And prayer pose at the heart. Lovely. All right, so let's see how this goes. Arms alongside. Standing on your right foot, slide your left foot back. The standing knee can be slightly bent. Stabilize that right foot. And then see if the left leg could lift up. So it's the same pose without our hands on the blocks. If we can spread the arms, and we don't have to bring that leg that high, and if it's a little wobbly, just give it another go. Explore standing on your right leg, warrior 3. And then when you're done, lower your foot and come back to the steadiness of 2 feet on the ground. Nose inhale, big mouth exhale. Second side. Step onto your left foot, so it helps to focus your gaze at something. Full weight on left foot, slide the right foot back. And then begin to lift the foot off the floor. This side may be easier or more difficult. Hold your gaze, hold your balance. If you lose it, just smile and try again. Lovely, everyone, and coming out and finding your composure on both feet. Prayer pose hands. Step your right foot back, angle the heel, not too far. Steady both feet. Inhale, both arms wide and up. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg, that left leg. Hands can rest on the legs as we take a flat back. Fold in. Come all the way upright. Arms overhead. Exhaling, we step forward, prayer pose at the heart. Good, step back your left foot. Steady your feet. Inhale, both arms wide and up. Forward bend, exhale. Flat back, breath in. Full deep breath out. And all the way upright. Stepping forward on the exhale. Good, let's do one more each side. Right foot back. Stabilize. Flow with the breath, wide and up. Forward bend. Halfway up. Folding down. Rising up. And stepping forward. And a nice flow with the breath. Left foot back, inhale. Steady it all up on the exhale. Flow with the arms. Forward bend. Halfway up. Deep fold. All the way up. And step forward. Good job, everyone. Terrific. Good. Let's try this. Earlier we had our legs wrapped. We were on our backs and curling up. And those were eagle legs. We're going to now do the eagle pose. Blocks on each side of your feet. This is a balanced pose. It's also squeezing into the midline pose. So, standing now, I'll be mirroring you. Stand on your left foot, bend your knees and raise your right leg and wrap the leg over. Close the gap between your legs. And look, my foot's just landed on that convenient block there. Keep me from falling over. So bend the standing knee, squeeze your thighs. And we're going to do the arms this time with the wide arms, wings that now enfold with your left arm over your right. Hug in or wrap. And squeeze your elbows up. And bend your knees a little deeper. And each time you exhale, pull your tummy and pelvic floor inwards and upwards. Hold steady, 2 more breaths. The whole body is engaged here. 1 more. Nice. And free up the arms and come back to our starting place. Pause a moment, feel all of that. It's a very asymmetrical movement through the body that we feel as we release that shape. And we go again, the other foot. So bend your knees. You're going to step onto your right foot, wrap your left thigh over. Foot will land on the handy block there. And we begin by sinking a little bit through the hips and the knees. Once you're steady, you're going to wrap your right arm over the left. Hold shoulders or wrap forearms. And as we hold the shape, squeeze your belly with each exhale. So this is a good one for the lymphatic system. All movement is good for the lymphs. Without movements, our body wouldn't move all that stuff along that we need to move. So that's why we feel so good when we move. It's so invigorating, cleansing. Are you ready? Undo. And step back down. Well done, everybody. Good work. Let's sit on a folded blanket, cross-legged, if you can, or on your chair. We'll do a little pranayama. So as upright as you can, get comfy. I invite you to just sit for a moment in your breath. We might have created a little heat, got the heart rate up a bit. So with your eyes closed in your comfy seat, be fully present with all the body sensations and the emotional response. Sometimes we try so hard, times we get frustrated. Just notice, let that all flow down the river, is in the stream of breath and the stream of thoughts. Nothing to hold on to. And taking a moment to let your breath come to ease. Exhaling all the breath out, out, out. Invite us to breathe together now. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold this breath. Lower your chin. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Make pursed lips. We're going to blow the breath out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nose inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding this breath. Now keep your chest lifted and your chin tucked. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pursed lips, blow the breath out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, nose in. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Keep your chest lifted. Lower your chin. Pull up your pelvic floor. And pursed lips, lift the chin, relax the pelvic floor. We blow out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Let the breath just breathe you. So easy to just let the breath have its way. These breathing practices have so many benefits, and one of them is quietening our thoughts, which is very helpful in the time when we're all so busy thinking, to no avail, because we can feel quite helpless sometimes. Let's come down onto the back. Feel free to use your head pillow under your head. Tuck your knees in and then arrange your props for final relaxation. It's going to feel so good. The props in the way that feels supportive. Feel how the ground rises up to meet your relaxing body. And how you can just let the breath breathe you as your limbs fall away and your mind drops to the very quiet place. And I'll be quiet. Take rest. Lovely, everybody. Feel your next breath. You've drifted away. Come back into your body. Begin to move a little through the fingers and the toes and roll your head, stretch. Making your way to curl up on your right side. And just as you rest on your right side, feel grateful. Grateful for your aliveness, for being here. And then let's complete our practice seated. So love spending time with you. So love doing yoga with you. Hope you feel better. I know I do. So great. Thank you, Chris, for all the behind the scenes. Thank you, everyone. So grateful. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Breath pose to the heart. Namaste. See you soon.